in our remote setup, so it's always a little bit more interesting. And now you got Brian all worried. He's like, whoa, okay, now I can't see. But it's good to see you guys here. I'm super glad to have you here. Now, people are asking, is the PC giveaway worldwide? Unfortunately, no. Guys, with tariffs and all of that stuff, we have to kind of just limit things to the US. So I'm sorry that US and Canada, Mexico, unfortunately, you are not available for today's giveaway, but we are giving away a Player 2 PC, which is super rad. That's a 5070. We have a link to that system that you guys will start seeing here. We'll be announcing the winner for that at the end. Plus, you guys are seeing something that literally was just announced yesterday, and today we are building inside of it. This is the new H9 Flow. We're going to show you the new NZXT N9 as well, which is their new Z890 motherboard. Plus, you're going to get a full tour with a celebrity guest. Okay, not really a celebrity guest, but he's an NZXT celebrity, but a celebrity guest we're gonna walk you guys through like you were press here at NZXT. So you guys are gonna get to see the full meal deal and have them walk through all the new stuff that we're doing today. So it should be a really, really cool experience and should be really, really fun. So yeah, sorry it's a shame, guys, but you know, again, it's just kind of the world that we live in right now, and yeah, we just hope it gets better. But let's get started building. First and foremost, let's go ahead and bring up the parts list. So we're going to talk about the parts that we're putting inside of today's build. Just going on, oh, you know what? I can't see them, which I'm used to being able to. So we have the Intel Core i9 285K CPU. We have RAM and storage that I've never used before, guys. So this is the, we have ByWin. This is a 32 gig kit, 6,000 mega transfer RAM right there. We also have a ByWin 2 terabyte Gen 4 NVMe drive. It's the NV7400. Its specification 7,450 megabit read speed and 6,500 megabit write speed. So that's actually pretty dang fast, which is pretty cool. And then for some of the cool new stuff, it even says sample on it, right? So, which is super cool, but this is it right here, guys. The NZXT N9 Z890 motherboard. So I don't know if they can see this, or are we still on the parts list? Okay, so we'll go off the parts list so we can walk through this thing and I'll show you all the parts, but you guys saw that. But there it is. Look at this. This is the new NZXT Z890 motherboard, which is actually really, really cool. Brian, do you know, did you guys do this in partnership with ASRock again? Usually you guys have. So yeah, done in partnership with ASRock. These boards always look super, super clean, which is always super rad. So you guys are gonna get to see this. Look at these, ByWin, right? I've never, look, new parts on here. So we're gonna be showing this stuff off as well. And then not only that, but we have bought in Taipei. Look at this, bought in Taipei. Look at that. Like this is an actual Intel Core i9, Core Ultra 9 285K bought in Taipei. So there we go. There is our CPU to go in the brand new Z890 motherboard. Now for the fun NZXT parts, which we always love. This one's new, right? This is the Kraken Elite 420. So this will keep this, you know, this will keep this thing crazy, crazy cool. The cool thing is that with this one, I believe, because it's ASRock, it should have the Core 200S boost in it as well for the BIOS setting when you get a hold of that, so that should be rad. And then the 420 RGB AIO, which will keep this more than frosty, because honestly, the new CPUs are much easier to cool. But this actually supports 420s, which is super rad, so we're showing that off, which is always the fun parts. There's our AIO, AIO. And then, well, we could put another 32 gigs if we wanted to. So we actually have 64 gigs of RAM. Tom's like, I hate you, but it's okay. We are doing things fun and live. Then, of course, Zotac, which you guys know is a big fan of both us and our show. Zotac, we have the RTX 5080. This is their solid edition, which is their more standard MSRP one. So that's actually gonna look really, really nice in there. And then just making sure that we don't skimp out on power. And I love these. We actually have a whole PSU guide that we did with NZXT. So if you're watching this post the live stream, you can actually check out the video on that right there. This is the C1200. This thing is crazy in terms of the amount of testing and stuff that they've done for this. And it's ATX 3.1 and all that sort of stuff. So we have plenty of power here for this. And then of course, we're putting this inside of the brand new NZXT H9 Flow, which you guys are gonna see right here. So that's the plan. So we're gonna get all of the parts in. Hope is to get that done in about an hour, so we'll do all that stuff. And then we're gonna give you a beautiful tour or maybe a subpar tour because I'm directing it, but it'll be a tour nonetheless. But we're gonna give you a good tour of the entire suite here, so you guys will see all the stuff they have to show, walk you through that, come back and do the power of magic and YouTube and live streaming and having the whole RT team here. We'll actually finish the build, turn it on, make sure it posts, and then Bob's your uncle will give away the PC. So it should be a super, super record time. Araxis asks, what time is it there? It is currently 7:19 a.m. in the future. So it is Wednesday morning here, only Tuesday afternoon there. So I just want to tell you a couple things. First and foremost, I know who the Super Bowl winner was. I know who tomorrow's lottery winner is. I know all the secrets. And if you want to just make subscribe and making some donations, I can send you that information and just make sure I get a part of the cut. Okay, that's the deal. Over there. Yeah, by the power of magic. And then the other thing too is I do want to show this off. NZXT actually has from their build project, which unfortunately I don't think you guys do anymore, right? No, but love this. So cool. My daughter's first PC was the NZXT BLD kit, which we got to do together. These are the kits that used to come with it, and they were neat little inside of this. If you learn to use a zipper, Robey. It's got snippers, it's got a screwdriver, it's got a bunch of little, even comes with little mini zip ties, which I'll use for sure, and all that sort of stuff. So that plus, of course, I've got my usual stuff as well. So anyway, that's the parts list. That's what we have inside of today's build. We're gonna get this all inside of this beautiful case, turn it on, and then we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate. And then the cool thing is Brian said if I get it all done and it looks good, that I get a free Ferrari, which I think is great. I feel like it's gonna be a purple NZXT themed Ferrari. Oh, wait, it's a car Ferrari. You didn't tell me that. That's not fair. So time travel can be achieved if you have enough RGB. That is absolutely true. We are powered by RGB. So we'll put all the RAM in. If it doesn't post, we're not worried about that because obviously we're playing with a sample. So, but we'll see if we can get all the bling. That's always the fun thing here. All right, so let's get all our parts over here, and let's start working on our motherboard. I think it's cool. You know how long it's been since I put like 4 RAM sticks into a build? The cool thing is usually it's just me and Brian when we stream, but this time I actually have like Damien over there and Kevin Darby's in the other room. So I have the whole support crew. Okay, so we're gonna go show you. So there they are. That's Jasmine running the live stream on the Zephyrus, by the way. And then we have Damien in the back. Darby doesn't show his face. He doesn't like to do that, so he's hidden away in the back area. But yeah, we're here live, and it's super, super cool. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and open this up. I don't know who Angus is, but I hope he's not mad that we're opening this box. So inside, guys, we're gonna find all of the usual things inside of here. They've got some splitters for their NZXT connections, which is actually super nice. So it's cool to see that. We have some little mini screws for our NVMe drive. Plus you've got your radio wires for your wireless antenna for your Wi-Fi, which is cool. And then of course, we're gonna build this on top of the box just because we don't have like a mat like we normally do. So, and here it is, guys. Here is the N9. Like, I always love getting to touch new hardware. Ooh, look at that. That is the new NZXT N9. So they also have an N9 that is AMD as well. So there is the actual thing, which is super, super cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, so you do know how to do it? Okay, so she's gonna turn it down just a smidge. The other thing too, guys, is remember, if you are a subscriber here at twitch.tv/Robeytech, you will get extra entries towards winning the PC. So make sure you get your Prime sub in, as well as your regular sub, so that we can get those extra entries, because this is a pricey PC that we're giving away. So I wanna make sure for those of you who have been so amazingly supportive, you get the extra bonus as well. Okay, so we're gonna drop that in here, get this out of the way. It's a nice box, actually. I always like their retail packaging. And then, oh, by the way, I don't know if you saw this, but this whole white thing right here is a giant RGB. Oh, you can show it right here. Look, actually, it's like they knew. So you can actually see here. Oh, dude, this is gonna work so well. So actually here, you can see this is in a whole RGB bar. that goes across it, which is actually cool. And I'm assuming you can support, you obviously can control this with cam and everything else, but, and then here's the X870 version, so if you want to see the AMD one, but the Intel one's got more RGB, so I don't know if that's a thing, if like Brian just likes them more because more RGB is better or whatever it was. And if you have complaints, email Brian. I'm not gonna give you his email, just make, at Robeytech. So yeah, that's that's awesome. Yeah, Vanna White display included. So we can show you all this stuff as it's all lit up, which is pretty rad. So okay, here we go. We got this up. Let's go ahead and open up our beautiful box, which somebody already opened for me, which is great. I did bring a knife just in case. You know what I have to do, Brian? I'm gonna have to get a purple knife. I have a blue knife now. Yeah, so we have to do, so like these ones right here, they're beautiful. We'll have to get a purple one for the next stream. So there we go. Let's open this bad boy up. Oh, there we go. Okay. Little packaging here. Again, remember, we're using a Core Ultra 9 285K for our CPU. It's over 2 hours of me just trying to get the packaging right back in. There we go. Hey, I did it. Perfect. I mean, you know, you never know. Maybe they're gonna go return it. I'm just kidding. Okay, here we go. Socketing in. First time inside of a Mobo like this. It's like that new car smell that we're getting already right here, guys. Oh, let me smell it. Oh, it smells so good. It does actually smell like anything. It doesn't smell as good as a PSU. No, nothing can take that away from me. That's got a nice little pop there, and there we go right there, guys. It's that new PC build smell right there. Okay, so there we go. That is in. Next up, and I know, guys, we don't have RAM clicks, but we'll take care of that here in a minute. And then this, oh, it's got one screw. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our RAM. There it is right here. Look at this. This is some fancy packaging.
Robey, what is the actual amount of RAM that we have in there?
64 gigs. We're just putting more. Tom's like, I hate you. I love the new swag shirt. Actually, this shirt is not new. This shirt has actually existed for a really long time. I just haven't worn it in a while. So these are the mechanic shirts, which people have been waiting for. There's probably some people who are like, I pretty much don't want to talk to you anymore. Like I've been waiting for you to guys actually put these on sale. But yeah, these are the mechanic shirts, which are super, super rad. And we're gonna do an order for them. It's on the list for Kevin W, which she'll be here a little bit later to get done. But let's get this opened up here. I missed the jerseys. Yeah, there's Kiltman right there. Robey be building. Hey, what's up, Ari? Not for the rest of my life. Just when I get back from Taipei, Ari. She's poor girl's been waiting, but that's gonna be an epic build. And we got that. That's gonna be a cool stream coming up. Okay, I don't think for the rest of your life. That would be terrible. Okay, so let's get the other RAM out here. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it. Gotcha. I'm okay with it. That'd be great. I got a minute to hang. What's up, Joshua? It's good to have you back. Everybody wants one of these Robey shirts. Okay, here we go. Get this one in. I've never used Buy One before. I've seen them here at Computex for the first time, so I'm actually excited. These are big, nice, blocky sticks of RAM, so they're gonna look really well with the overall visual ID of the case, which I think is gonna be really neat. So, okay, there we go. Boxes re-put together, put in display thing. The thing is that the one thing that's hard about having Jasmine is that she always wants to make sure I appropriately display the hardware. Yeah, so if I don't, she'll just like literally start taking me out. And plus I'm being watched by Brian too, right? It's, you know, those marketing people, they just are like, please make our stuff look good. You know, okay, so here we go. Here's our buy win. Oh, that stuff is thick, yo. Ooh, that was so, honestly, Damien just shuddered. That's how good the click was, right? Like literally, and can somebody pick Brian up off the floor? He loved that so much. Okay, here we go. Number 2. That was actually really good clicks. Okay, here we go. Oh, man. That is some good, yeah, they're tall. They're tall sticks, but they are maximum RGB, guys. Oh man, I haven't put 4 sticks of RAM in so long, guys. I don't know if I can handle this much RGB. There's RGB on the board, there's RGB on the RAM, there's RGB everywhere. Oh, man, those clicks, those are 10 out of 10 clicks. I feel like if you love RAM clicks, buy this. And then every morning you can get up, take the RAM out of your RAM out of your Mobo and just put it back in every morning. Now I don't think it's rated for 1 million clicks, so maybe you space it out a little bit. I don't want to sit there and they're like, Brian gives me a call like 2 weeks later. Yeah, we're having to return a bunch of Mobos because people are clicking them in 800-900 times. Still pretty funny. Now people are saying, Robey, are you gonna make it so it's gonna post? Yeah, it'll be fine at the standard rate. Again, we don't have an OS or anything on this one, guys. This is just to get it going and posted. Okay, so here we go. There's that nice thick heat sink, and then you can actually see here, cool, they actually have the, there you can see the little LED, the headers for the RGB as it goes across, which is pretty cool. And we'll go ahead and do the peel here. There it is. Get that done. You know what we don't have, Jasmine? The bin. We don't have the bin, Jasmine. You had 1 job. Actually, you had like 60. You had like 60 jobs. So I can't say that. You had 60 jobs. So you do, this one does does require a small screw. Oh wow, we have the world's smallest, oh gee, this is so awesome. Okay guys, look at this, Brian coming in clutch. Look at our garbage can. Here he is right here. Poochie garbage can. There you go. We're just gonna throw a little garbage in there. And then like he'll actually start raging after a little while, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that is super cool. Wow, what is this? It's got like oh, this actually has its own screwdriver. Whoa, check this out, Brian. So it actually has its own little screwdriver and the little screw comes with it. Which is, wow, I've seen the little screw, but not the little screwdriver to make sure that you actually get the screwdriver to it. So, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Jasmine, you can't yawn. It's only 7 in the morning. You gotta be more energy, girl. Okay, Brian, we're gonna have her take a lap, and she'll come back. I want you to run to Taipei 101 and back. Oops. It was still in the packaging. It's fine. If Linus can drop it, I can drop it. It's fine. And there it is right there. Yeah, it's 7 a.m., guys. Yeah, it's 7 a.m. in the future. That was karma. Even Jasmine's like, it was. Okay, I gotta make sure I open this the right way because I do not want to drop the small screw. Okay, I did not drop the small screw, guys. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our little stick here.
YouTube is asking what case we're using.
We're using the NZXT H9 Flow, the one that just literally got announced yesterday. So, and this case is available now, right? You can go to nzxt.com, pick up your NZXT H9 Flow. Do you know the retail price? Oh, he's getting the date out. We'll get you the retail price here in a minute. I'm gonna.
Tom beat him with a link though.
Oh, Tom could probably beat him with a link. The H9 Flow RGB Plus, and it's $289.99. Yeah, we got. This is the thing. You got Tom on the team, who's like literally our guy. It's $289.99, and we do have links to that. Huh? Say the price right? What did I say? $289.99. What did I say wrong? Oh, of course. Well, that's pretty typical. That's usually my fault. He's always giving me crap. Okay, we'll put that right there. Okay, so we got that in. Let's go ahead and put our cover back on here. And then we are good to go, guys. Okay, so that's in. And then the last thing we're gonna do is put on our brackets for our AIO. And then we'll call it right there. Okay, good. Mobo is done, ready to go. So we got that on there. You just stay there and guard it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our AIO box and just make sure that we get our stuff in. Now, this, guys, is the Kraken Elite 420 RGB. And actually, I'm gonna just go over here. I'm actually gonna show you as I drop my screwdriver. This is the Kraken Elite. This is it all lit up, guys. It's so cool to actually have this. We should just have this for all products on all walls in our studio. So this is actually the one that we're putting in. This is the 420. It's actually got the core on it, which is the 420 core, which the 420 core is new as well, right? Yeah, so 420 core, single basically set of fans, and then of course this beautiful, huge display that you have as well, that you have to go in there and all that sort of stuff. And then they also, it looks like they have another one here too. So they have a number of AIOs, and we'll go through all these a little bit later, but this is just to show you some of the new stuff that little preview of when we walk through the whole thing a little bit later. So anyway, it's super clean looking. And then we're just gonna get it set up here. Get that going. Okay, there you go. Perfect. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna grab our hardware, which is right here. There's the Intel kit, literally labeled Intel kit. So we're gonna grab our Intel kit real quick. It's like they're making AIOs easier and easier to install. It's always a good thing, right? The case comes with, oh yes, it does. We did see that. So just so you know, Tom, he's already gone through and checked all of the hardware and everything like that. So he's gonna be doing the cable management and stuff. I know it's sacrilege, but I want to walk through and show you guys the tour and stuff like that while he's taking care of that. So we got to give him a little bit of time. Okay, so there's all our standoffs. Wow, this is a really nice bag. Okay, here we go. Pop this open. Ooh, I just ripped it. Okay, I'm doing really good this morning. Thank you very much for the sub. H3 Flow win, guys. We'll see. Well, I mean, you'll have to find out. Brian's hearing all this, which is good. So we'll give him all the feedback for all the cases you want. You just keep making up case names. We'll just keep telling him all about them. H3 Flow. Somebody said H3 Flow. Oh, H3 Flow build win. Oh, we'll have to talk to them. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. Don't worry, guys. We'll of course have the stuff on it. We always get the gear, so you guys will have that. But we actually have a build right here that you'll be able to see here in a minute. We don't actually need to do it. We'll just take this on for now. I don't need to actually do this because this build will probably get taken apart, I'm assuming. Oh. Just flip these out. There we go. Perfect. Slip it in here. There we go. And it's moving it up like that. Okay, so now we got our screws in. Now we're just gonna grab our LGA 1851 and 1700 standoffs. Those back in. I like the updated sleekness. Yeah, the Mobo is clean, guys. That's the thing, is like usually, the one thing that's actually really nice about NZXT is when you put all NZXT parts together, they just end up being ridiculously clean systems. Which is really nice. And the cool thing is that with CAM, especially with CAM, just everything then works so well, and you have one place to manage all your hardware, which makes it a little bit easier, which is always good. Yeah, and Araxis, you could, and then again, you don't necessarily, and this is the thing that, NZXT and a lot of companies like to say is like, they're totally fine with you mixing and matching parts, right? If there's something, if you wanted to do like a 420 millimeter Kraken Elite, and then you wanted to throw, some other some Noctua fans or something like that on it, that's totally okay. I will say the one thing that's really nice about the core, you only need 4 screws, which makes it really easy just to get them on the different ends. But yeah, they love it when you put all this stuff together, but they also know that, the thing about PC DIY is people like to, they like to express themselves with their creativity and all the different ways they like to put hardware together. And so that's why they have people like myself and Holotech and all these people who stream and show all the build stuff. That's why we do it, so that way you guys can see all the different ways that you can put hardware together and make each PC DIY build your own. Yeah, so it's all, yeah. And the other thing too is Sheezy. That's the other thing too, is like maybe there's a particular part you want to get or whatever it was. You can totally do that if you want to. Yeah, Mahamud, yeah, I think the case looks really nice. And it's got, like, remember guys, the H6, Damien, the H6 was one of our like best performing cases. So they now have that side air intake. that angled air intake for the H9 that we found out just does a really good job with temps both for GPU and CPU and doing a good job of feeding air directly into the AIO, which is really nice. So really excited. Obviously we haven't done our review of the case, but we will obviously do a review of this case and the other cases that they have here so that we can get the data out for you. Will this go up on RT Live in case it is on RT Live already. So yes, this is all gonna be live. You can watch this post and we're gonna be doing a cut down with some special intros and outros as well. So you guys will be able to see this also on Robeytech, the normal Robeytech YouTube channel as well. So you'll get like the full meal deal. It's like McDonald's, but it's also like Burger King because you get it your way, but it's tailored. I actually have no idea where I was going with that. The illustrations don't come at 7 in the morning, you know?
Every analogy breaks down somewhere.
Yeah, every analogy breaks down somewhere. Mine just happened to break down before they even got to where they were analogying to. So, okay, so we got our Mobo completely put together. We're gonna put this nicely back here. Balance. Okay, that's safe. That felt really safe. Okay, and then we're gonna put, oh, that thing is cool. What is that?
That is a pen holder, whatever your trash can today.
Do we get one of those? Okay, there we go. Okay, so that was Brian's way of saying not today, but someday in the future, yes. Okay, so now, guys, we gotta take a look at the case. And he did let me know that for shipping purposes, there is a screw in one location. So I don't remember where that was, but we'll find it. I think it's over here. Okay, so here we go. So we're gonna go and take this apart. And this is always the fun part, is like the exploration of new cases. Oh man, look at that. So nice, thick metal. Oh, and you know what? Actually, there's instructions right here that tell you how to do it. So yeah, this is a nice thick metal, very easy to kind of take apart. And then, dude, really nice thumb screws and stuff like that. So very, very high profesh. High profesh there, right there. And then of course we got this little screw that he told me about. And now I see it, and it's being removed. Oh, we're gonna remove it with this one so I don't strip it. No, I'm not gonna do that one. Maybe I'll try this one. I really like the one thing that I really love about this kit is actually the snips. They're really nice snips. There we go, that's what we want. We'll use the NZXT screwdriver. There we go. Perfect. That's why you have to have the good screw. There we go. It was just a really nice kit, which makes me happy. Okay, so we got that out now. And this just slides off like so. So if we need to get to that, which we don't have to, but we're gonna strip it all the way down because that's why we're here, right? Essentially case nudity. There we go. Pops right off. Okay, so we have, and then we also have this one right here, which is our rear, which is nice.
We have Sean on YouTube chat.
Hey, what's up, Sean? And then finally, so that's, the case is pretty much in a good shape. Now, plan for this is obviously we're gonna do Mobo. This is also back connect support, so you can actually see the back connects holes right here. The other two is, again, we have a 420 at the bottom, 420 at the side. Dude, so much airflow in this case. It also comes with the rear fan already pre-installed, already wired to the hub. And we actually, like Kevin Darby, who's sitting back in the back, was already pretty impressed with the cleanliness of the wiring, just getting to see it just off the bat here. And then, of course, in the bottom, you can see here on the back, which, by the way, case is hefty. Like, it's definitely a heavier case. You also have like that door, like the Lee and Lee 011, etc., that you can swing out, and then you'll get access to all your cables. Let's actually go ahead and take a look at what cables we have. And it has beautiful little everywhere. There's little indications of where to do things. So they put stickers everywhere so you can kind of figure it out. I'm hoping that's not for their builders in their in-house builders, because they should probably figure this out. Ooh, did you see that? It's magnetic. Oh, those are nice magnets too. Okay, wow. So that's really quality.
The original H9 had that.
Yeah, these are I mean, these are strong, which is nice because I will tell you, one of the worst things is when you're flipping a case around when you're doing the build and then that thing just starts flapping around. You know, I knocked out my wife at one point in time because no, that's actually not true, but it would have been cool. It would have been a really great illustration for why you should have good magnets. And then it says here, there's also something else here, which I'm trying to figure out. It says, push to remove for standard motherboards. Okay, so it looks like there's an extension as well. Oh, right here. Okay, so you can actually, run your stuff there. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, so there's actually a place to run cables off the side if you want to, and then they cover that up if you need to, which is actually pretty cool. So that's actually really rad as well. And then, yeah, so if you want to, depending on how we're gonna run it, but we're gonna get the Mobo in and then go from there. Wow, there's a lot to kind of explore here. This is gonna be like a 6-hour long review when we do it with all the features in this thing. Then you've got dust filters for those of you who let your cat sleep on your PC, which you should stop doing, by the way. Okay, oh, box of hardware. We have the hardware. Oh, there it is, I found it. Gotta get that out. It's right here in the side location, done and held by one of these. There we go. There it goes, okay, comes out just like that. And then you get the world's largest twisty tie. So, I mean, why wouldn't you love? And then if you have one of these cool little pin holders, you can actually turn it into, so he's got little antenna, see? Poochie antenna there, you know. That's quality, you know. What's up, guys? Tune in to Taipei. Okay, got that done. I promise I haven't been enjoying nothing weird. Okay, let's get this up. Okay, on this thing. Ooh, and then the other thing too, I do like this. Sorry, I just like to point out because I'm just discovering things. Look at the rubber base, the rubber feet on that thing. They're really long, so it's not gonna slip very easily, which is actually really nice. So, wow, I like that. I don't know why I'm putting it this way though. It's heavy, and I keep moving it around like it's just all my workouts. That's what it is. Okay. Okay, here we go, guys. Time to get the motherboard in to the chassis. This is gonna look super clean. Oh yeah. This is the one thing that's really nice about NZXT is because of all the covers and things that they have on it. It just, look at that. Look how clean that's gonna look, guys. That is gonna look so good. And then with all it's a little bit more round. The one thing I would say is it's a little bit more rounded in places. Usually you're used to like the hard edges with NZXT stuff, but a little bit more rounded on some of the case stuff, which is actually kind of nice. I am really interested to see what the temps are gonna be like on this thing. There's so much air, so much air. Where is NZXT? Well, actually, he's right here. Poochie's right there. I don't know if they have any stuffed Poochies. We have one on set all the time. I don't see any stuffed Poochies anywhere, but they do have them and give them away from time to time. And it's definitely worth following NZXT on social because they do giveaways like that. Actually, their social stuff and their community stuff is actually really, really strong. And we got to work with them on a number of things, which is actually super cool. Okay, I'm gonna guess which screws we're gonna use for the motherboard. I'm gonna get it wrong, but I'm gonna guess it's these. I'm gonna try. Luckily, they give you a big bag for all this stuff later on, but. There we go. This is why we use our little bag here for make sure we don't lose stuff. Now, did I guess correctly is the question. I'm being judged. I know it. Okay, here we go. Did I guess correctly? That feels right. I'm gonna use the larger screwdriver. Ooh, that feels good. Okay, those feel good. I think I guessed correctly, guys. Boom. Mobo going in right now. Now we're going to go a little bit different than what you're probably used to from my usual kind of way I build. The expectation is we'll get all of the parts into the build and the chassis, and then we'll have Mr. Darby who will be connecting all this stuff while. It might actually just be the songs changing. Some of them have different volumes, so we'll turn it a little bit down. That's weird. Yeah, I would just change the song. Great fine. Good song, didn't you? Yeah, the OEM is ASRock, Araxinus, and he did confirm that here on the stream. Okay, so all that is in. You figured it out. Okay, so we got all of that in now. So Mobo is in. Mobo's in, everything is good there. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and get the AIO in. So we'll do front panels and all that stuff a little bit later. Oh, but the good question here. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's actually see what connections we've got, just because always something we love to see here. So we're gonna just check what our front panels are. So we have HD audio connection. We have USB-C right there. We have USB 3.2. Put this back on. So your USB 3.2, and of course, just to make life easier, you have a full front panel connection. In the back, it's also got, and I'll zip this back so Brian can see this, but it's also got a full hub already there. All of the cores are actually already run and cable managed here. So there's all your cores for your side, there's your rear, your bottom, and then of course up here you've also got your rear fan that's been cable managed and twisty tied down. So like I said, they actually did a pretty good job of managing most of the cables already, which is...
Just confirm there is a dust filter at the bottom.
There is, I said that already. Confirmed. Confirmed. And now, because I got another long thing, Poochie's now got 4 antenna. He's growing an antenna. Actually, I think we can, and he can do things like hold bags now with his antenna. Okay, maybe not. Okay, what?
I said we're not getting this stream done.
Okay, now what we need is we're gonna go ahead and put the AIO together. And then we're gonna get this installed. Should be good. Okay, so this one has the core separate. So again, if you do want to do your own fan installation, this one just comes with the standard connection right there. Look at the size of those fans, guys. Big fans. Here's your cable bracket already. Get that all squared. That and get that unwound. Makes it easier just to run all this stuff through. There we go, right there. Perfect. There's that. Okay. Then we have our instructions, should you need them. Who needs instructions? Actually, use your instructions. I would read them. They're actually helpful, even for somebody who's built as many PCs as I have. I use them all the time. Okay, here's all of our other mounting accessories, literally labeled other mounting, and then of course our AMD kit, which we don't need, so we'll just leave this inside the box here. I'm just gonna take out the rest of this here.
There's a question on motherboard specs. Is the bottom PCIe slot a 4.0 by HDD?
I do not know off of the top of my head, but Brian is now furiously searching. Hey, ChatGPT. We'll find out. Oops. Good questions, guys. I'm looking over here, and there actually are AIOs that have 3 separate fans, and then there are AIOs that use the core as well. The N9 Z890, yeah. Okay, so let's get that done. out of the way there. Get this built. Okay. And by the way, guys, it does come with pre-applied thermal paste, which is nice. Okay, and then we're gonna put this on. I'm gonna do it on this side. I'll try and move it. Actually, I'll move it over. Brian, I'll move it so you guys see. You can keep center here. Making your life hard. Brian's like, yes, yes you are. Thank you. Really appreciate it, Justin. There we go. It's not as big as my normal tables, guys, so we're having to be a little bit more creative about getting things out of the way and all that sort of stuff. Yep. It's a 4.0 by 16. Okay, there you go, guys. 4.0 by 16. Okay, if I put that in, I'm gonna do that side. So that will go this way. So when he goes in, okay, it'll be on the back. Okay, so this is how we're gonna put it in.
When do 560 millimeter AIOs come out?
Hopefully CPUs stop needing them. I mean, the good thing is right now, for current gen, you don't need something like that, but I think hopefully 420 is the most. But I mean, they do have those 200 millimeter and 170 millimeter fans now, so you never know. Oh my Lord, I can't even imagine. Yeah, it's just like, the case is just so big. Okay, so here's our accessories for it. It's got the longer mounts and cables there. Trying very hard not to lose everything.
Question for NZXT, do they have reverse fans or will they?
Actually, the cool thing about these fans, guys, I know you have, like, you do have, like, the front and the back are both actually pretty nice. So yeah, I haven't seen these. I don't know if he's gonna answer this, but these are not that bad, both front and back, right? Because they did not put any labels or anything back here, so they actually look pretty clean. But I don't know if you have any other question to that.
Yeah, so they're not reversed. We're focused on
Okay. Get some zip ties out here for. Oh, of course, yes, yes, yes. And Brian's giving me the thumbs up. Yes, we're literally, guys. These got announced yesterday, so they're now sending out all the samples and everything right after that. So we will, of course, do reviews of the cases, the AIOs, just like we've always done. And I think we've done the 360 already, haven't we? Yeah, we have tested the 360. So, okay, so we have that all out of the way. Try not to lose stuff. There's a little bit of making sure everything goes together nicely. Okay, here we go. The one thing when you open things up, it just feels a little bit like Lego, like you're like spilling out the parts and everything like that. It's always fun. All right, here we go. Pop that down like that. And then we're just gonna grab our screws here. There's only 4, which makes this nice. Nice little rubber ends there, which is always good. Yeah, I like that too, and honestly, it makes it really easy. I mean, it's kind of like daisy chain fans on crack. Like, I know you can't separate them out, but again, they are very easy to install. It makes the build a whole lot quicker because you're not putting in all those different screws. And then honestly, you also get a lot of structural rigidity out of it, which is going to help as well. So there's a bunch of benefits. And the only two is you have one cable. Like that's the other thing too. There's no the fail points end up because everything else is kind of in the chassis end up being a little bit less, and they're not open to the elements or anything like that. So there's definitely, and these are just things obviously I'm just thinking about as I'm looking at this that I think would be benefits for something like this. Okay, so there we go. That is he is shaking his head. You have to replace the entire thing. And Brian comes to your house to replace it. In a Ferrari, a purple NZXT Ferrari. Which, I mean, come on, that's worth it right there. These are good questions, guys. It's always nice to Oh, I'm sorry, Sinbad. It's not that we're just trying to make sure that you get the full meal. Sorry, you're getting a little seasick, buddy. We want to make sure you guys can see everything. But don't worry, the fixed cams will be back too. Okay, fine, Turdog. If you want to, he can come in a Mini Cooper. Like if you're just mad about the whole like Ferrari thing. Okay, so let's get this out of the way.
All right, we're gonna put NZXT on the spot. Any plans to do a back connect motherboard?
Ooh.
And just a reminder, if you mind in the chat that this is a back connect motherboard.
And also a reminder, they may not tell us all the answers, guys. They may not tell us things that we can't. So you can ask, and we'll ask, but they may not give us the answer. So understand, we have to be...
That's fair, that's fair. Chat asked the first question.
Yeah, of course. Figment says Mini Cooper. Oh, Turdog says Lambo and purple when you come... what if, so I think he wants the fans to fail. Unfortunately, they're probably not going to do that, guys. So you may never,
Somebody's actually hoping that he arrives on Pee Wee Herman's bike.
Wow. That sounds like Damien who's thinking it. So. Man, that is like throwing back. Okay, there we go. Next set of hardware here. Thank you, Zeiston. There we go, right there, guys. Okay, now it's time to get the AIO inside of the case, but I'm going to do one thing because I just realized, as always, Robey backwards fans. Put the fans in the wrong, but luckily there's only 4 screws. Rock a purple Reliant Robin, wow. Really like that NZXT has purple. They don't own the color purple, guys, just so you know. I mean, they're trying. They're a little bit. They're actually trying to copyright purple. Yeah, Kilt Man from way back in the day. Oh man, that was fun. Okay, there we go. Flip it around. Okay, there we go. Okay, and there we go. Back in there. Perfect. What's wild, Zallycat? It's actually nice to have like this many people on a stream. Like this many people running the stream, because then it's like, usually it's just me and Brian and a bunch of lonely cameras that have no personality. They don't talk back. I've tried, and it's really weird and awkward too. Yeah. I think that, you know what, that might be next year's Computex stream, Braythorn versus Brian live throwdown for the color purple. I guess Braythorn loves the color purple. I'm voting for you, Brian. Hey, Poochie. Live throwdown here on NZXT's pay-per-view. There we go. Okay. Now for here, we got quite a few up here, and they've got this really nice one down here in the back too. They're actually going to run this. Do that slot. Yeah, perfect. Nice. It's right out here. There we go. Point that through there. That is a big AIO, guys. You know, the thing that's so crazy is, like, as I'm doing this though, I'm like realizing that I just like very easily put a 420 millimeter AIO inside of this case. Like, it's going in like it's a 360, but you realize it's a 420. There we go. Looking good. And honestly, that was really easy to get in. I know I've done a number of other cases, right, where you have to really kind of wrangle the 420 in, but this one just like fit in like easy. Just drop the screw. Wouldn't be a typical Robeytech stream without me dropping a screw of some sort. There we go. Perfect. And get that in. Okay, there we go. Screws are in. Now we can just rotate them. The AIO looks super good in there. Boom. Get these in real quick. Yeah, it's a big case. Igor says, I want a 600 millimeter AIO. Igor, no. If that, okay, somebody said if the case was any roomier, you could charge a fortune for rent. Brian just started texting marketing. We're going, yeah. We're gonna start getting that done right now. Yeah, Turdog, yeah, I agree. 600 is a little much, but that sounds like Igor. That's just Igor being Igor. Well, Thunder, that just happens. Thanks for at least popping in and saying hi. I mean, you're kind of watching it right now. It's been good, Miss Sturt's family, just doing well. Currently in here in beautiful Taipei, Taiwan. Guys, we are in Taipei, just so you know. We are not local. We're actually 6,000 plus miles away. Total of what, 15 hours in the future, right? No, yeah, 15 hours in the future. Building a PC that just got announced yesterday. Actually, yeah, just got announced yesterday. Hanging out with you fine people. That's what it is. And at the end of the stream, we're gonna be giving away a Player 2 PC, which is gonna be super cool. And very, very excited about that. Okay, guys, so we have everything here ready. We go ahead and get the AIO installed and mounted. Nice here. This is where you do it. Yeah, you go. Let it nicely fall.
I had a question about how many water reservoirs you can fit in there.
I think it just, that's so hard to answer. Because I mean, like again, it really depends. You could do at least one in the back, depending on the size of the AIO. But the thing is that you could do 120 in the back. You could definitely do your own sizable one. And then if you did, depending on, I don't know if anybody yet has built a one of the res replacements. I forgot that my mind just went blank in terms of what they're called. Reservoirs that go into the fan slot. So. Distribution plates, yeah, so there may be distribution plates for this, but I know like the case just came out, so it'll probably take some time for stuff like that to actually get made. Now the cool thing about this one is that you don't have anything to worry about connecting. As you guys can see, it's literally, all I gotta do is connect this up and I'm good to go. There's no cabling or anything coming off of it, it's all there in the back.
There's also a very concerned question about the lack of Xiaolong Bao on the set.
Oh, we've eaten our fair share. I mean, Din Tai Fung has been consumed already twice, and probably will be at least once, if not twice more. I think Friday for sure. So don't worry, more Xiaolong Bao will be consumed by the RT team. I don't know. I don't want to vote for Brian. He might be too fancy for Xiaolong Bao. He just wait. Oh, dang! He just made me feel bad.
Shoot your shot, man.
He just made me feel bad. He's like, yeah, thanks for the invite. I've been at home eating McDonald's and Popeye's chicken. By the way, guys, I will say the Popeye's chicken here is actually really good. I had their spicy chicken sandwich, and their chicken is like, it's so tall. I know you're like, Robey, you're in Taipei. Yes, I know, but sometimes it's just like every once in a while you're just like, I've eaten so much other food that sometimes just having something a little familiar, because we're here for like 10 days, right? Yeah, 10 days. So having something a little familiar was just kind of nice.
There's a question about if the new H9 has room for a side, or for double side fans on the Robey here.
No, looking at it with a 420 at the top, that would be hard. I think you could do that with the top AIO. You could do push-pull configuration. It looks like you have a lot of play here. Brian, I don't know if you could show them, but you have a lot of play here with the rear fan. So it looks like you could do push-pull at the top one for sure. Side is maybe come around here, Brian, but side here, oh, as best you can. I guess you can't. I'm really testing Brian's skills here, but side here, you can actually see the room is pretty tight. So I think you could do one on the thing, but I don't think you'd be able to do push-pull on the side one there. So, which is, yeah, I think that one would be, yeah, that's tight. Yeah, top you can, side, I don't think so much, yeah. No, it's purely aesthetic. The only reason that sometimes when I look at a case, like I'm looking at where this rear fan is, I know if where the hoses would come down and have to push this really far down. And honestly, NZXT made these hoses really long, so it actually looks pretty good, and I'm not getting the blockage on the RAM in this case. But yeah, the one thing that's always a little bit harder about having the tubes on the other side, which is actually my preferred method, is the tubes hitting the rear fan, and with the extra length, yeah. Did it turn up again? It's just the song. Sorry, guys. I just turned the music way down. Here, let me see what you. We're gonna check something real quick. I'm just gonna see what it is. That's really low. There we go. I just turned it way down. There we go. Should be way down now, guys. Okay, it's fixed, guys. It's fixed. We just want you to have the bust-in tubes. And by the way, this is that playlist is the one that Brian listens to every time when he goes to work. That audio is just the background music, guys. So understand this is a mobile setup, and so a lot of times when we do this stuff, it's just there. I mean, there's a lot of cables. We're not going to show you because that's just not. It's going to make me mad that there's not a lot of cable management. But anyway, we got it fixed. Okay, so we got AIO in. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and put our GPU in. And then we'll get our PSU in, and then afterwards, then we're going to take you on a tour of the actual whole thing. So yeah, that's what we're going to do here in a second. So let me get the GPU, and we'll get that put in. So we got this beautiful 5080 Zotac solid here. There we go, which is ready to go. There it is right there, yeah. Yeah, I'm on Twitch and YouTube. And again, guys, huge thanks. Looks like just shy of almost 3,000 people here. So thanks for tuning in and watching for the show. It's always awesome. Yeah, this is chonky. Yeah, this is chonky. Okay, and then here we go. Beautiful 5080, which is gonna fit nicely inside of the case. Ooh, there we go. Oh, look who's here. We got a little special guest hanging out. It's Robeytech. She's saying hi. She's here to do her coverage, to see all the cool stuff, which there's actually a lot of cool stuff here. I saw you eyeing the snacks. You're like, oh, the case is nice, but I want the snack. There we go. I'll take some snacks with me. Somehow that Zotac is going to look small in this case. Yeah, dude, three 420s is huge. So it's going to be a really, really big kind of that's a nice thing about cases like this, right? It's like where you actually have a lot of room and the parts just seem. I think it's actually going to feel right sized. Is actually kind of the term that I would use, right? So it'll feel kind of more the way that it needs to. Okay, so let's get this in. It's a 3 slot. We're gonna look at these right here. So we're gonna remove 3 of these. Boom. Boom. Oh, Andrew, yeah, we actually usually stream earlier. So this is a little bit later than we typically do, but I did ask NZXT if we could stream at the typical time, which would have been 4 in the morning, and they said no. Oh yeah, oh sorry, actually never mind. I guess she never asked Brian. Jasmine said, no way, Jose. And Brian Combs said, no way, Jose. Everybody was like, no, I'm not streaming at 4 a.m., Robey. You gotta do what you gotta do for the content. Okay. They're like, no, we don't. Okay, here we go, chunky card going in. Put that right there for now. Okay, I'm just making sure I got the, oh, that's gonna look good in there, guys. That actually looks good. That actually that is actually a really nice size for this build, I'll be honest. So I actually think that looks really good. Personally, I think that looks really good. What do you think, Jasmine? Looks good? In my expert opinion. Can you use different fans? Absolutely, you can use different fans. You do not need to use these fans. I just would not get the RGB Plus version, because then you get it without the fans. They have one that's just the standard empty version. Yeah, I would just get that one. Oh, Araxis, you guys power me. I don't need coffee. I'm just powered by your love and dreams, your PC tech dreams. That's what gets me through the day. No, relax. No, that's absolutely fine. The pump just needs to be, no matter what, just the pump needs to not be at the top part of the loop. So you're going to go in. And okay, so guys, this is looking really good. We got everything ready. Last thing, we're just going to pop in here, and then we're going to start doing a tour of the entire booth here in a second. Is we're going to go ahead and put in our PSU and get that in, and then by the power of magic, we're going to hand it over to Mr. Darby, and he's going to make the rest of the build look good. Actually, I got a regular one. I feel bad putting garbage into Poochie, so. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So you got all of our cables run, and then again, you've got that beautiful, big, beautiful thing right there, which is actually pretty cool. Okay, let's grab our C1200. I gotta say, I don't know if you've ever seen NZXT packaging for their PSUs, but it's got this beautiful little purple case, which actually is a really great travel case. I don't know if you've ever, so you can put your toothbrush and all that sort of stuff in there. I actually use this for tools, and then it's also, their PSU is nicely wrapped as well, which is actually really cool. So, I'm getting the workout in. You're right, Terrible Art. What confused you? I must have missed it. Looks like somebody already answered your question, though. And then for cables for this, let me see what I need here. The power for the hub. This looks like it's in here. Okay, so there is hub. It's all wrapped up underneath.
Question, have you been to Computex before? And if so, any cool memories from previous years?
No, I've been to Computex before. There are no good memories. Only pain. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, I have really fond memories. Last year I really enjoyed doing the live stream here. It's always cool to pull off like what essentially is technical miracles, right? I find pulling off tech streams like this a technical miracle. When we got to have, Johnny was here, we got to tour him and we did the history of NZXT. That was a lot of fun. Doing NVIDIA, so for those who don't know, we had a laptop fail. We had to pull all of this stuff out to make it happen. And so we had to do this last minute thing. And we were walking around on this makeshift cart, and everything it ran for 5 hours on battery. So that was actually pretty insane. The first time we got to go up in Taipei 101 was super cool. They have this 600-ton dampener that's there that you get to go look at. And we just got, hanging out with a team. We had this big dinner last year with all of the creators, right, at Din Tai Fung. So we had all the creators there, not Brian, which he's now really mad at. So we had all the creators there, and we just had this really fun dinner, Gear Seekers, Luke was there, we had Nay and Josh, we had so many people, the poets, so we just had a ton of them. I like getting to see all of our friends, Holotech is here, so we got to say hi to her. It's fun to see everybody. So I've run into Hardware Canucks, said hi to Linus, we got to say hi to Paul Bitwit's here. So it's like kind of getting to see your family, which has I think been one of the best things. And you get to go see all the people like Alejandro from Intel, Brian, we get to hang out with him from NZXT. So you get to go see all the people that you talk to on the phone remotely, and you think they live in really cool places because they just blur out their background, but really it's just their house. You just have this, it's a cool experience. I think, wouldn't you agree, Damien? It's just getting to see everybody. And so there's a lot of good memories just because of just how many cool people are here.
All right, question question about the NZXT H9
The PSU? Well, we're opening it right now. So they have some, they're like the more traditionally sleeved like weave cables. So it's not like the, like the Tough 850 or anything like that. And then your guys' it's Seasonic, yeah? Is Seasonic, who's your guys', or do you guys do your own PSUs? Oh, wow, okay, so they do their own PSUs, which is awesome. So it's always nice to have Brian here to ask those questions. So there's our CPU, there's our long one. You'll need one PCIe, there you go. And then we'll need our 16 pin for our MOBO. No SAT on this. Sorry, for our GPU, there it is. And that's all the cables we need right there. So there's all our cables. Guys, we're getting to the end here pretty quick. Then we're going to hand this off and give you guys a booth tour while Mr. Darby comes over here and connects everything up and makes it all work. And then if it doesn't post, I don't get blamed. So there we go. He's not laughing, which is the sad part. I thought that was a hilarious joke. There we go. Boom, boom. One more. Hey, I'm glad you like the energy, guys. I appreciate it. I love it when we have so many people who turn out for these streams, which is cool. Like I said, 3,000 of you guys hanging out. What's up? Does the keyboards come only in 7? Well, we'll talk about the keyboards. How do you guys already see the keyboards? Is there like oh, I was like, what are you guys even doing? How are you even seeing all the secret magic stuff? We haven't gotten there yet. Look at you guys looking ahead. You're cheating. Okay, there's our CPU right there.
We're the ones living in the future right now.
Yeah, we're the ones in the future, not you guys. Man, stop making me look bad. Okay, there's our PCIe right there. There is our...
How many hours did we spend on the plane to get here?
I was 11 hours and 12 minutes. Some of our team was much longer. I think Deb was like 15. Yeah, 15. Brian, yours was about 11 hours? Wait, you're based out of Miami? That's why you like Washaleski so much. Yeah, you do. I'm sorry. And then we got, there we go. Let's get this one in. Okay, and then last cable that we're going to be plugging in and then getting this installed is our 16 pin for our PSU. So there's all of our cables that we need.
Ruben is asking how many PCI cables needed for RTX 5080.
PCI cables? Oh, none. I don't understand what that means. What does he mean?
How many cables do you need for it?
One. I need one 600 pin. So that's it. Sorry, 16 pin. Sorry. Sorry, it's really big GPU. It's got 600 pins, guys. It's it's you guys like it's 6:21 p.m. Wednesday night. Oh, where are you from? Sorry about totally annoying. Where are you from that you're 6? He says it's 6 p.m. on Wednesday. That's like no, on Wednesday. That's like even more in the future than we are. Is Australia? Is that Australia? Like no, they're 2 hours. They're only 2 hours. So call speed, yeah, it's 1600 pin. Call speed, we're gonna have we'll draw the winner here. All you got to do is be here and be present. And remember, guys, U.S. only. Subscribers get extra entries. So yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's any. Is he on the moon? What is the moon's time zone? Does anyone know? Is it lunar standard time? LST? I think it is. I think it's LST, right? Somebody knows, right? Lunar standard time? There's like 8 of you here. Nobody knows. I'm in the present. I am a present. Thank you. Okay, there we go, guys. So all of our cables are connected. Actually, none of the cables are connected. If I tried to turn this on right now, it will not work. just so you guys know, but that's okay. That's how it goes. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, are we ready to walk around? We wanna take a quick, 3-minute break? 3-minute break. We're gonna take a quick 3-minute break. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Then we're gonna come back, give you guys a booth tour, and then we'll end this and turn this bad boy on. See you guys in 3 minutes. What's up, guys? Welcome back. And now it is time to give you a tour of the NZXT Computex booth, brought to you by Bausch & Lomb and Stay Puft Marshmallows. No, I'm just kidding.
And Pucci.
And Pucci, yeah, and Pucci. No, we're here with Brian, and we now have it set up so we can actually walk you through the entire. This is what it would be like if you were anybody from press who are coming to see. This is the booth that you would see. Unfortunately, we can't have you eat the snacks because I haven't figured out how to stream you eating snacks yet. But outside of that, yeah, exactly. How does Brian sound? Does Brian sound good? Does it sound good? You guys can hear him okay? 2 micro centers, wow, a snack tour. Nobody's saying no, so there we go. So I think we'll go over it. Low, mic not on. Okay, so we're gonna turn it up. No, we're gonna turn it up. And the music is loud. Oh yeah, sorry there. Okay, so we turned it up a little bit. Go ahead and try it one more time.
Hello. Welcome to the booth. Hello.
Crank the music, it's okay, quiet. It's weird music. Okay, so we're turning it down. I see them both.
All right, so I will try. How about now? I'll speak a lot louder. Hello. Is that better? As we look at the chat.
Oh, it's on, yeah, it's on.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and try again, Brian.
1, 2, 3,
Oh, I
check.
see him.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay.
All right, awesome.
Okay, good. Yeah, there we go. Just a little
Cool.
technical check, a little craziness here. Okay, so let's start over here.
Yeah.
What do we got here, Brian?
Yeah, so this is our lineup of gaming gear, elite gaming gear. So Function Elite, Lift Elite, Capsule Elite, and our Zone Elite. And basically what we've done is created our 3rd generation of gaming gear to facilitate the best tech out there from a gear perspective.
And then what kind of switches do we got?
Yeah, so we have all effect keys on here, and the switches are magnetic.
Ooh, that is
Yeah.
really nice.
The ASMR on the clicker tack is nice.
That is very clicky.
I'll
And
say too the weight. So
Oh, yeah.
a couple of things to weight on here. We got a lot of feedback on our previous gens of not wanting the keyboard to slide and move, and so we put a lot of material in here to make sure that they're getting something super sturdy.
Well, that is a really nice keyboard. Okay, and then everything here is available now, right?
It's all available now. Yeah, these launched back in January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this mouse comes with the stand. It just doesn't come on. No, just kidding. It doesn't come with the
This is my
stand.
favorite part of the booth is all the 3D printed.
All the three. Oh, these are all 3D printed.
Yeah.
That's really nice. And then look at this. Look at how they've like minimized the weight and all that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And what we've done here on the structure here is really about the rigidity of the mouse.
Wow, that's really cool. That's really cool. Awesome. And then of course the microphone, and this has a lot of the things in terms of being able to control chat, mic, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it is. And really the main story here is the 25mm capsule inside. It gives some great audio capture.
Yeah, I will say if you ever get a chance, like, and especially if you have a bassy voice, I mean, I do think if you use this mic, it makes you 25% more attractive to people you're trying to attract.
Oh, I'm gonna start using it then. Yeah.
Okay, over here. These are, you know what's funny? PSUs don't get their love. They don't get their love. And it was funny, we had that really cool PSU guide that we did together. But let me tell you something. Don't cheap out on your PSU. Don't cheap out on your PSU. That's when you get the sparks that you don't want to get, right? But these things are crazy because not only are they 80 plus gold, but they also have the other certification as well, right? The cybernetics.
Yeah, so they're all ATX 3.1 as well. They're all cybernetics. We have some that are platinum, some that are gold. And to your point, like if you're going to invest thousands of dollars in hardware, you don't want to skimp out on the power supply.
Yeah, and they have them in both black and white. It's all the way 750 all the way up to 1500.
1500 C, yeah, C1500s.
Yeah, so you can have it match your colors, your brands, all that sort of
Black,
stuff.
white across the board, and we do have the wires on each of the black and white that are black and white as well to match.
Yeah,
So,
which is cool.
wonderful,
Yeah,
full
and we
color
showed you
belt.
the cabling for that already when we actually just did the live stream. Well, we're still on the live.
This is still live, I think.
I'm still live.
Still live.
I forgot. Yeah, people are going. Yeah, 1500. Okay, so let's pop over here. These.
Yeah,
these are
the
pretty.
Mobos.
These are pretty. So these are your brand new X870Es and your Z890, right?
Yeah, just recently actually announced and launched, I should say. So available now, really anywhere you're looking for motherboards. So, yeah.
So question I had, they used to be the N7. The only reason I knew that, and I always remember that, is because of Mass Effect, right? Because N7 was the elite team. Why N9?
Yeah, so we also have N7 versions as well.
Oh, okay.
So we have both. We're just highlighting the best of the best here, but we have N7s as well. Yeah.
And then why more RGB? Do you like this more?
I mean, who doesn't want more RGB, right?
I love the RGB bar. This is so cool.
Helps stand out, right? We know the motherboard is really backbone of your build inside, right? And so want it to stand out, to blend in, and yet stand out if somebody wants it to.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Guys, the white one's gorgeous. These PSUs are beautiful, right? Like, and I love the bar. And then again, you still have all of the, kind of the one thing you guys have really done is, it looks like, I like the translucent on the white. And then of course, both of these are available in black and white.
They're both available in black and white, yeah.
And then of course, you've got your post coating here and all that sort of stuff. Lots of, look at this. And then again, the other thing that's unique is you can see here that they have especially for CAM, those NZXT specific RGB connections as well. So, and then 2 USB here and then 2 USB on the X870. So lots to look at here. Well, obviously we'll do a little bit more in depth there, but yeah, you're seeing right now, even with the black one that we just got finished putting into the case, these are beautiful, beautiful Mobos. So, okay, looks like people are enjoying this. Cool.
Awesome.
Next, fans.
Yeah, so the fans. So the one that's announced, launched yesterday at Computex is the 420, right? So that's brand new. But we have entire sizing, obviously, from singles to duals and trios going all the way up to 420. So that's really just showing off here what's new. And then the control hub, this is really where a lot of the magic happens, right?
Yep.
This is where you just plug in all the fans that you have inside your case into one box, and it's one wire. So.
And then with the H9 guys, the H9 we actually had this actually was the H9 RGB Plus. Actually does have this already inside and all that sort of stuff as well. But I love it. I've always been a big fan of these two, though. You know what I mean? So people like, I remember we did our original H9 the last model all with those, and it's still like, I think that video is at like 272,000, and people just love how clean that looks. And then if you slow it down to 420, like 4K 60, we were able to 4K 120. We slowed it way down, and it just, man, beautiful
awesome.
video, beautiful video, beautiful video.
Awesome.
So also great for shooting if you want to know that as well. So there it is, guys. Those are awesome fans, right? So and again, other thing too worth pointing out, guys, 4 screws, so you don't have to worry about screws across all of them. So they're very easy both to remove and put in, and then the back actually looks pretty nice as well. They don't have stickers on the back, which makes it
try to keep it clean, because we know people sometimes want to reverse it. I'll say earlier in the chat, somebody had asked about if one of the fans goes down, what replacement do you replace the thing? We'll take care of replacing the entire part for them if there's an issue there.
In the purple Lambo.
In the purple Lambo.
And
with
you
Poochie,
go to their house.
Stuff Poochie.
And you go to their house, right?
Maybe. Depends where they live.
Confirmed.
Maybe where they live.
If you live on the moon.
Lunar Standard Time.
Lunar Standard Time with Katy Perry. Yeah, our world's newest astronaut. Okay, we're on Kraken.
Yeah, so finally Kraken, what we launched yesterday was Kraken the 420, which is on the H9 build. Somebody wanted 800, I think.
Yeah, somebody said a 600. They want a 600, 600
millimeter. Yeah,
600 millimeter.
So we got to get on that
AIO.
for next.
He's like, Kevin's like, no. he's already ex-nated. Sorry, guys, no.
H12.
Yeah, the H12.
So that's what's brand new for Kraken Elite. What we've also announced is the Kraken Plus. So we leverage the same pump. What we're doing is we're bringing really another a different price point entry into an AIO, right? So it's very similar performance, Kraken Elite and Kraken Plus, but giving a little bit of a lower price point for folks.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Absolutely. And they do come in, obviously, RGB. You see the examples here and up here of non-RGB as well. And so then you don't have to have the RGB.
And the non-RGB is you have individual fans versus the RGB because you're using the cores.
Exactly.
And there isn't a non-RGB version of the core. I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Kevin, is there a non-RGB version of the single frames?
No.
Okay. So
that's why.
So that's why you'll see it there. Yeah.
Okay. And then, do you want to tell me about the snacks?
Yeah. Let's get on the snacks. This is everybody's favorite. So of course, we want everybody to enjoy the snacks.
Oh, look at that!
This is my favorite part of the booth, by the way.
This is literally. Did you painted that? You painted that?
No, our amazing creative team took care of this.
Where did Poochie get a Libre? Like I'm digging Poochie with a Libre. That's actually pretty awesome.
Poochie's international. It's just however you want Poochie to live. He's living his best life.
He is living his best life. So these are the snacks. But by the way, I have to give mad props for Toblerone. Toblerone is like super good candy. Am I right? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm a big fan of like Toblerone and all that sort.
This has been getting a lot of play
Oh, I haven't
I'm
even
not
had
exactly
those.
sure what this is.
I don't either. I'm gonna have to try one of those on the way out, guys. We'll have to do a snack track here in just a bit. Okay, so now we're over here, and by the way, guys, Robeytech has been so gracious. She is actually here, and she has been sneaking around, like trying to make sure she's not in our shot. There she is, just saying she's doing her work and all that sort of stuff. If you guys have not checked out her content, you should absolutely do so. And she does incredible builds, and she got to touch that $6,000 GPU. Yeah, she got to touch that. What? Yeah, dude, that thing was so nuts.
It was heavy.
It was all gold.
Shiny. It was actually plated gold, like the whole thing.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I got to like unbox it.
It was
beautiful.
pretty
I
cool.
didn't see this thing.
Pretty cool. Yeah, it's not in any. We won't be putting it in any builds today. So there you go. Okay, so these
Yeah.
are the new ones.
So this is on the left, the H9.
All
that
white.
You're building in all white. You can see the build, right, of how really when it's kitted out with all NZXT parts, what we're looking for.
Which is, we're going to see the black version of this
You can
pretty
see
much
that version.
today. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly right. So this is the H9, and then on the right is what you're not seeing on the stream is the H3. So micro RTX. So this has been a while for us that we haven't had this kind of size.
Wow,
form
look at
factor.
that thing. That thing is actually really cool.
Yeah, and so really wanting to come out with a smaller form factor. Lots of questions or lots of feedback from our customers of going a little bit smaller, coming out with micro ATX, and this is kind of our re-entry into that space. And they come in both black and white as well.
And it has been a while, right? Like I remember, I mean, you guys had the
been about-
was
we
it-
had an H1,
the
yeah,
H1, right?
about
Which
3
I actually
years.
really like that case, by the
About
way.
3 years or
Yeah,
so,
about
right?
3 years. Yeah, the H1 was really cool, and then now this is a tiny little build. I love the curvature down there at the bottom, guys, and then of course you've actually got like that perforated so you can see through. So please do your cable management down at the
Yeah.
bottom. That's always really good.
And that is the way that's done is the PSU and the fan is offset, and so that's really about bringing that air inside. to-
Oh wow,
to get the
beautiful,
best
beautiful.
performance on the.
And then here is just and then of course ones that we've seen before, the H5 Flow, the H6 Flow, which we've covered. And then of course you've got your H7.
Yep.
I mean, guys, Damien, we're not wrong. Like these have been, the H6 is one of the most performance ones, the H7.
The H7 was bonkers.
Yeah. Yeah, so in terms of just our testing and everything like that, these are incredible cases. And then again, with the H9 guys, 420 top, 420 side, 420 at the bottom. You've got back connect support. Or do you have back connect support for the H3? Do we, is this BTF as well? Yeah, so back
So
connect
both
support for
on both,
both,
yep.
which is great. So again, and then again, you also have you can see the extra cutout that they've created there, right there on the side, so you can run cables through that side pop out. Or if you're using back connect, that hides it, so it stays really clean, which is I think really, really neat. I thought that was really, really super smart. And then again, you can actually see at the top, you can do push pull. They actually have it set up for push pull on 420 at the very top, so that's a lot of cooling right there. And you have, I mean, again, even if you wanted to water cool, you've got support for radiators at the bottom, maybe on the side, maybe, yeah.
You can't fit 420
Yeah.
radiator on the front.
With fans on the side. Okay, yeah, so yeah, 420 on the front or side. Yeah, both terms work.
Front side.
Yeah, front side as well. And then even this one, like, look at this. I mean, you got 240. Looks like 280, or is it
Yep.
280 top or 240 top?
240 top.
240 top, 280 in the front, and then 240 just to get that airflow right to that GPU. And then if you didn't want to do that, it looks like you can actually fit 3-slot GPUs in there as well. So, and lots of room, right? What's the length on the GPU 360?
Well, with front fan and radiator, about 350, 352.
Okay. So, I mean, you can fit quite a few. That's a lot of GPUs you could fit in there. Could you put the $6,000? No, probably not. That would fit in the H9 for sure. But yeah, no, beautiful. These are really cool. Okay. Anything else? And then we have what's with the setup over there? Besides Damien.
It's basically the H9 build out that you're doing on stream, but in all black, and just really showing it on.
And
the
showing
situation.
performance. So if you were to come here, this is the other stuff you'd see. They have a couple more. This is more like retail.
Retail setup, so people can.
I
see
want to
what
let
it looks
people
like.
see. Yeah, this is what
no,
your
it's great.
boxes and stuff look like. So that way, retailers come and who are interested in purchasing stuff or whatever, distributing.
Yeah, they have an idea of what it could look like in their store from a global perspective, right? So, product on the shelf, the boxes, and this is why we really build these boxes. It's a nice out-of-box experience, but also in retail shops around the world, people can see the products.
Yeah, and then again, this is so when you come in, if you were press, and it even looks like you've got stuff set up so you guys can, if people want to capture footage and stuff like that, you would come in, they have this whole kind of setup there, and so you can kind of walk around, film your content, all that sort of stuff, and then when you're done, you basically, you get some snacks and some water,
snacks and
then you move to the next location. How close is he on? Not at all? Okay. So guys, what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna take a nice quick break. Make sure that I'll run over here, I'll talk to you. Make sure that you guys get your entries in. We're gonna take about a 10-minute break, and then what we'll do is we'll come back, turn the PC on and all that sort of stuff. Key thing here, guys, more than anything, is make sure you are on Discord, that you have, if you wanna get extra entries, get your sub in. And outside of that, just get ready to see this thing all lit up. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes. The winner, remember guys, US only, you have to be 18 and older, and then you just have to be following on Discord, obviously Twitch, YouTube, and all those things as well. So we'll go do that. We'll make sure it runs plenty of time, so you have plenty of time to do that in the short term. And then if you want to get extra entries, make sure you drop those subs. That'll get you extra entries, and thank you for your loyalty. Anyway, let's get this finished. Try not to scratch this table at the same time. I gotta be very careful. I don't want them to be like, yeah, I had to pay for $400 for that table that you guys had in there. So now we're just locking down the screws, and we'll get the case put back together. And good luck, guys. Exclamation point NZXT is what you need to do. It's over at youtube.com/Robeytech and over at twitch.tv/Robeytech as well. Good luck to everybody. Okay, here we go. And then let's get our rear on. Oh, I think I'm supposed to, yep, that was dumb. Put the screw on without putting the thing on. So we'll get that done first. Good luck, everybody. Perfect. Get that slid down. I like how easy the panels are to get on and off, which is actually really nice. And you want me to keep the front glass off? That's usually best, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Got to do what's best to make it look good. Okay, next up for the thing is the, oh, and before I put this on, and while we're waiting for the entries to go, let's go ahead and show people the back. You can show the back cable management, even though I just totally screwed this down. Ugh. But yeah, in terms of room, figured we'd show the, well, let me just get this unscrewed here real quick. Show how much room there is here. And there you go. That's the room right there. And as we can see, it's all been cable managed. So that gives you a good idea in terms of just the amount of room. I know, Araxis, I know sometimes you don't get to see the cable management. Don't worry, we're gonna be doing this build. We'll be doing another live build inside of this chassis. That's the way it always went when we actually get to go and do the full thing. So don't worry, this will not be the only time you see the H9 on the stream. So, okay, so yeah, there you go. That's all the cable management. You have a lot of room to get to do for fun games and toys and all that sort of stuff. So get this resealed here. And that magnetic thing, I did ask Kevin how Darby what he thought of the whole thing, and he thought it was really easy to build in. One thing you may have noticed, and one thing we had to do is you do see we actually ended up switching the tubes on the AIO with the length. We weren't able to actually, they weren't long enough to reach the hub. So we did lower the rear fan and then switch the direction of the tube. So, okay, now we're gonna pop this on. Get that in. Screw that on. There we go. Last one. Last little bit. Always makes me nervous when my team's like running around whispering and you're like, what happened? What?
You're good. We're making sure you're good.
Yeah, they make sure I'm good. But it makes me nervous when I thought at any point in time they were worried I wasn't good. I'm like, dang, what did I do?
I can tell you when you need to know.
Great. There we go. There's that right there. Just getting everything cleaned up. How's the giveaway going? Do you see how the giveaway's going? Oh, nothing so far? Okay. There we go. My thing is not updating, so I don't know what's going on. People just said good luck, and then I have a feeling a lot of entries are happening right now. So we're just waiting for confirmation of the winner, so that she has drawn it, it looks like. Okay, so here we go. We've drawn a winner, guys. Do not leave until we confirm. That's always the interesting thing. I always got to share that with you. Please do not leave until we confirm the winner. And then we'll end with the build being turned on and seeing if it posts. That's the question. We have our winner. Who's our winner?
Gas phone 383.
390.
What's up?
Oh, 383, yeah, sorry.
What is it? Mascarpone what?
Gas phone 383.
Gaspone 383 is the winner of the Player 2. Congratulations. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've done this. Now we get to see the build turns on. And this will be super embarrassing because I'm here with another PC builder. And if this doesn't work, that's going to be like super awkward. Oh, well, it did. Oh, there it goes. And then we're going to see if it posts. Wow, that is some air, yo. Holy moly, there's so much air coming through this thing. So go to capture. Go to capture, we're going to see. I won't be able to see if it posts. Doesn't know yet. We're going to see. Everybody's looking at the light. It's red. Oh, it's post. Oh, I can see the postcodes. It's going through postcodes. It's probably RAM training. Oh, that RGB looks so good. I don't want to look at this. There we go. Got to tighten that down a little bit. Still going, still going. I got to tighten this little bit of. Yeah, it was at that moment that Robey decided he's not going to. If you can see, I didn't tighten down all the way, so it would normally be like that, but it's not. Still training. Still going. Now we did do 4 DIMMs of RAM. Yeah, top fans are spinning. It does now. We're just waiting. We might have to go down to 2. It's sitting at A2. Still nothing? Okay, so it looks like it's stuck at RAM training. So let me reset it one more time. I wish I could see the. It's my phone. I don't know where my phone is.
You just need a light?
Yeah, I need to be able to. I wanted to be able to tighten that side down. There you go. Huh, okay. What happened? It was there? Yeah, it's posted. Yeah, it's posted. Hey, it's posted. There we go, guys. Boom. So there it is, the first live stream NZXT H9 Flow build. Not the first H9 Flow because there's obviously 2 more here. But yeah, a huge shout out to NZXT. Congratulations to our winner. Guys, this video will be back over at Robeytech later with a cut down and some intro and outro and all that sort of stuff. So you guys get to see this in its edited glory. But again, huge shout out to them. Head over to nzxt.com for your opportunity to check out not only the NZXT H9 Flow, but their brand new Z9 motherboards for both X870 as well as Z890. You can check out their new H3 as well as the other new things that have just been released, like the 420 core and the 420 Kraken. Huh? Oh. Oh, the winner is not confirmed yet. Oh, still waiting for them to confirm. Okay. Okay, never mind. We haven't confirmed yet. So stand by. Stand by. Oh, never mind. We are confirmed. And the winner was Gasbone? Oh, Gaspone 383. Congratulations to Gaspone 383 for winning the PC. Anyway, guys, that is it from us live from Taipei, Taiwan. Thank you so much for watching. Have an absolutely amazing rest of your week. We'll see you next week for the regular return. Guys, 6 to 8 weeks of regular Robeytech streams coming up. So this is just the beginning. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys.